So, hi, you're listening to Fuse FM with myself, Simon Rodin, and I'm joined today in the studio by the wonderful Keston Cobblers Club. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going? Welcome to Manchester, back for the second time.
Yes.
Do you want to just run through the names so the listeners know who's talking?
Yeah. I'm Harry.
I'm Tom.
I'm Matthew.
I'm Julia. I'm Bethan.
Beautiful, beautiful. And yeah, you're back in Manchester. You just come from Leeds.
That's right, yeah.
And how are you feeling about the tour so far and what's been going on?
It's been fantastic. It's really surpassed my expectations.
Yeah?
Don't know about you guys.
In what way, Jules?
Thanks for asking, Tom.
Who's asking the question?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Step in. He's also really good at walkie-talkies.
Oh, is he? Is he?
He does it
Yeah,
all the
I'm the
time.
walkie-talkie man when we go to festivals.
Yeah.
We're talking like Roger, Charlie Bravo.
That sort of thing.
Right,
Do you know the whole NATO?
I don't know, I make it up.
He
as we go along.
pretends.
That must make it confusing. for
It
the
does,
other
but
person.
yeah, it's like, B for banana, M for banana,
M
L
for banana.
It
Banana.
works.
Anyway,
Oh.
it's slightly off piece now.
Yeah, true.
You guys have a thing about bananas. I've noticed this. Like, what's this banana scale? I'm going to go right to that. What's
Right.
the banana scale?
Well, Joe, our engineer, sits at the back, right? And so, say for example, I want a little bit more of my piano in my monitor.
Okay.
I thought, instead of just saying to Joe, can I have a little bit more piano in my monitor?
Which would be the sensible thing, actually.
No. You'd think it would be sensible, but
It's
it's
the
not
conventional
sensible because little bit to some people might mean this much. Some people might mean this much.
There's no scale involved.
There's no
is what
scale.
you're
So I
saying.
said,
Scale.
if bananas go from 1 to 10, I use bananas because I just couldn't think of anything else at the time. If I say Tim, can I have 3 bananas? He knows that's not
It
like.
could just be a number
half
scale.
a
Though. I
game.
don't know where the banana bit comes from, because you could just say, can I have 3, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, but 3 what? He would be like 3 what?
Well, he knows that there's only one scale you communicate in.
Jules started talking about
She comes up with
slices
3.
and bananas
so,
or
so
something.
is it
halfway through
slices
us.
or spottiness or softness or length? What are we talking? So it's slices.
We're talking about slices of monitoring. So, okay, so say if my level goes, it's very, very technical for today.
Yeah.
But if my level goes from like 0 bananas to 10 bananas, and I want a small amount of my vocal extra in my monitors,
Mhm.
I'd say, can I have 1 bananas?
Okay.
Whereas Matt might say, can I have 6, which
One
means I need
bananas.
loads. You're confusing things now, Harry. Anyway, we need to refine this.
Let's get the banana
Scale.
scale grammatically correct before we push it out.
That's
into
true,
the general
actually.
public.
We roll it out mainstream.
Fantastic. So you're going to be in Deaf Institute tonight.
Correct.
Yeah? And we're talking a bit about sort of life on the road. Is it tough? You've been on the road for 5 days now. Is it? I mean, we can see on the camera. You know, you've got the hair and the curlers. Like, have you adapted to being on the road and things like that? Anyone can take this.
I think it's been quite relaxing actually for a tour. I
Yeah.
haven't had any moments where I've been like, oh my god. But we are in
You've got
quite.
tour head now, that's why I
I
told
know,
you.
I've got the- we've only been on the road for like 5 days, so I think we're quite over dramatic with it compared to bands who've been on for like 4 months around the world. We're like, oh, we've been up to Leeds. It's been 5 days. What day is it? So
Jules said that just before we went.
Yeah.
You really didn't know what day it was, did you?
Genuine. But I don't know what day is at the best of times.
that's true.
That's true.
What a days. We assign, our times to these things.
Well, exactly.
Sunrise, sunset. Who knows?
Exactly.
And you, Matthew and you, or Matthew,
Matthew.
and your brother and sister,
Yes.
Yeah.
and then Tom and
Bethan.
Sorry, Tom and Bethan, your school friends.
No.
They don't like
basically-
each other.
We're not really friends
We have
at
to
all.
keep them
No,
separate.
That's
It'd
right.
be nice if we sit on opposite sides of the room
Yeah,
at all
all
times.
times.
No, basically, me and Matt went to primary school together
They're
Yeah.
best friends.
and playgroup and things like that.
Way back.
And
Yeah, we go
Playgroup
back.
things.
We go way back, and then so I know Matt obviously for years, and I know Jules because I was always around their house continuously for the last 20 years.
And then I went to secondary school with Harry, and we also went to the same orchestra together. Sound incredibly posh when we say it.
Yeah.
We also went to the same orchestra.
Yeah.
Did you guys play? Sorry.
So I was going to say it was more like a band, wasn't it? An orchestra.
So
Well,
it was a
orchestra
wind
sometimes.
band and orchestras.
Anyway, and then we had a friend called Dan who was originally playing tuba, and then Dan left and went to China, and we found this one.
This one.
So I actually auditioned for the
Wow.
band. I know, hardcore. So
It was love at first sight, though.
Yeah, has it been nice to? Are you able to eat together at lunch, or are you still
oh
at
yeah,
the
definitely.
table?
Well, yeah, we make an effort. Yeah.
That's nice. That's really nice. I mean, there is a really good sort of. I saw you guys at Coco in Camden.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, when you were supporting Killer King. and I sort of rushed up to you guys and said, "Hey, you're awesome," which I remember. You obviously don't.
Sorry.
But it's fine. But it's fine. We're all friends there. But there was a real, like, you could sense the sort of friendly atmosphere and the spirit that you guys had between yourselves that goes on stage. You guys always, you know, your sets. I'm looking forward to tonight because it's such a vibrant atmosphere. I think you almost managed to break out like sort of country hoedown in Coco in Camden. Is it tough sort of keeping up the energy every day, or is it just your natural selves exploding out into the audience?
Usually it's not a problem.
It's not my
Yeah.
workout for the week.
Yeah.
I think because we
I go
spend
to the gym.
we spend about 8 hours before gigs just trying to do as little as possible.
Just-
So for 1 hour we peak.
Speak for yourself. I'm up at 9 every day, like making
You are not.
pictures and stuff.
You do a lot of artwork.
much,
For
I
I
do.
mean, Keston fans listening will know the album artwork, the website, all of it, which I believe I'm right in saying you design yourself.
Yeah, although Harry's also a graphic designer, and now he's a full member. Well, Harry wasn't only well, it was quite a while ago now, wasn't it?
It
Really.
was quite a
But at the
while ago,
beginning, basically, I'm a bit of a control freak.
Yep.
That's basically the truth. But yeah, Harry and I will both be doing more stuff for the next album, etc.
I mean, it's wonderful. I mean, the one I particularly love is the railway train on Scene of
Thanks so
Fencing.
much.
Did you do that as all yourself?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just.
Have you played with it? Have you cut your railway?
Yeah. Well, it's actually not with me anymore. I left it with my cousins down in London because they were enjoying it so much.
You'll have to come and get another one later.
I will have to. I will have to. Yeah, but
Have you heard the story about that actually?
about the railway train, no. I'm always up for a story.
Well, it's not really.
Oh, sorry.
Kind of
Yeah,
embarrassing.
It's really a bit too much.
It's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah,
actually.
it is actually because you point out how great the design is,
Yeah.
and it's all based on trains, which Jules, the song "Seen a Plenty" from that EP, it's got a line in it about being on a train, and Jules took that to mean that it is about trains, so designed the whole CD
Yeah, and I didn't write it about trains at all.
with a train set, and it's not about trains
You've
at
just
all.
got a train
so-
shaped sound effect in it as well. I think it's more about trains
That's a
than it's
shaker,
about
Jules. That's not a train.
cows.
It worked out fine. 'cause
Yeah, it was
the-
alright,
it's
yeah.
great.
Who doesn't love trains? I mean, my flatmate, he's a huge fan of Michael Portillo's Great British Railway Journey, so
Really?
I know it will appeal to him.
I just genuinely wrap my brain then to think, who doesn't love trains? Probably the people that, the great train robber. Actually, he really liked
No,
trains.
you'd love him even
He
more.
loved him.
Well, if you got
he
hit by a
collects them.
train and you got like broke your body or something.
Matt,
What?
horrible.
No,
A bit
You
like,
could have just
Oh.
said I prefer like buses or something.
Yeah.
You're an automobile kind of guy.
Yeah.
sorry.
Who
Anyway,
doesn't love trains?
Yeah,
Kes-
trains are very
Keston, you put that challenge out there. You've thrown the gauntlet down. Who doesn't love trains?
let us know. Write to us on a postcard.
Yeah.
There we go. Do we have do you want to give out like an email address or an address for these things?
Kind of. That's
Twitter's a good
Facebook
one.
and Twitter is
Facebook and
best.
Twitter.
Annoyingly, even though I would never have liked to have said that before because it's kind of, it's a bit irritating. Face to face is the best. If you
Yeah.
get to a gig and come and say hello, that's the best.
And tell them how much you love trains. On
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not, yeah. That'd be
For
nice.
me, I'd really like a postcard or waxed sealed envelope sent to me and the band, please.
with a stamp.
Yes.
With a stamp.
Yeah.
Maybe we could ask this. Maybe you could ask this on my behalf at Deafened Street tonight. Like, who loves trains? Who doesn't?
That's a good idea.
Just putting that out there, guys. Just putting
Although we're
it
not
out
actually playing the song with the train in it.
Oh, we're not, are
No,
we?
that's true.
Well, that's a disappointment. Speaking of songs that sort of you're not doing, Trevor the Whale. Why?
Oh, yeah.
Why does that not? Why does that not feature on the?
I wrote that as a bit of fun actually, and it never actually. Well, it was never intended for an album or anything. It was a bit of fun, a bit of a minute, and then it's always a bit of a shame if you never quite get your songs out. So we thought it would be a shame if it never came out. So we used it on our last
Those
tour.
of my songs have never come out. They get trapped in a cupboard.
Is there quite a lot of? I mean, it's mostly Matthew and Julia that write the songs and then
Yeah.
sort of bring them to the group. How does it work in terms of? Is it daunting to put your stuff out there, or is it? I mean, you're all friends. So.
Not really. I think it works quite well. I mean, as I say, me and Jules start it off, and then we kind of bring it out to the table. I think if all five of us just started songs, it'd be one random mess of everyone trying to get their songs anyway. So it's worked quite well. Jules and me have been writing since we were like teenagers anyway, and it's just gradually evolved from there. And then we bring it into rehearsals, then it changes a little bit, then we record it, and then we tour with it, and then it changes even more, and we wish we could go back and re-record
Yeah.
it. And,
We're writing the next album at the moment, and it's been like really good process because I think we've been quite methodical with it this time, and like sort of, yeah, not even necessarily professional, but just like the method of it is kind of different to before, where we would have perhaps kind of got a song and finished it and then presented it to everyone. This time it's been a bit like, well, I've got this idea, should we do this and then try this and then like add bits and change bits and buy new instruments. It's a capacitor there. Yeah.
Is
got a
the
new
what?
capacitor. We bought a capacitor. It's like
What's capacitor? Bit of show and tell. Ah, that's what makes that. There we go. What's the sort of the bell thing with the multicolours that you
Oh,
the
the
rainbow?
multicoloured bell thing.
Oh, that's
I love that. That was a visual. Oh, there we go. Can we have a maybe a play of
put
that?
it on camera.
Get that on camera.
It's actually a kid's toy. Not even joking. It's Fisher Price.
You know, it doesn't surprise me with you guys. It doesn't. Nothing surprises me.
Basically, it's meant to spin. It sits on a stand and you spin it and it goes, which is really pretty. But my dad, who's incredibly clever, just chiselled some holes in some of the bells to tune them, and now, yeah, it works as an instrument.
It does work.
Apart from when there's multicoloured lights at a venue, because then
Yeah.
you can't see what on
You
earth
can't
you're
see it.
playing.
I was like, what's going on? I can't see
Yeah.
it. Fantastic. Do your parents come on tour with you anymore? Or is it like, oh, you know, because you've been going since what, 2009?
They
Are
would
they-
love to, wouldn't they?
Oh, they would totally
Your
works.
mum would love to come on tour.
My mum's been trying to wangle us to come on them. So
They
think
still
I'd
drive
go
us.
nuts.
They drive us to festivals and stuff like that, and little London ones. They've never come on a tour, but they do love being. Well, my mum and dad, Jules' mum and dad. It's the same mum and
Same
dad.
person.
Funny how
All
that
four
works
of
out,
them.
isn't it?
Yeah, all four of them. Yeah, they still get involved a lot. I mean, I think that they'll be driving maybe to Bush Hall and stuff. If it's local and festival season, they just love getting involved.
Yeah. They think they're in the band. I think
Yeah.
it's brilliant.
Hey, it's up to you to set the
Although we could
boundaries.
never have done, well, no, because I don't think we could ever have done the band initially without them in the first place
Oh,
anyway.
yeah, they've been very supportive.
Instrument
Yeah,
does
there
get about
were
1,000 guitars.
A lot of journeys up to Camden in the first year, wasn't there? Every other day.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
they've been-
most of the instruments we play are originally owned by your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the studio we recorded all the album, all the EP, was all in our back room, which my dad set up for us. So.
Wow. So families helping each other out. That's what it's
Yeah.
all about. So you're really like a homegrown, grassroots kind of vibe
Yeah.
going on. It's lovely. It's lovely.
Your dad's brilliant, isn't he? Well, all our
Are,
we're
are,
going
are
to
they all
single them
friends
out.
now? Do they all hang out independently?
not really.
or-
They-
My mum and your mum. They
Yeah,
always
my
go
mum and
out
your
for
mum have
coffees,
always
don't
been
they?
friends.
Well, they've
haven't
known
they?
each other longer than
Despite
us,
the band.
really,
Yeah, true.
because they met us together.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I guess, yeah.
But Beth, you're not, because you guys are from Kent,
Yeah.
Bromley, Keston,
Yeah.
Yeah.
obviously. And I want to come back to talk about the myth of
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
the cobbler. Where are you from?
I'm from Stafford.
Stafford.
Unfortunately, yeah. I
Aw.
don't like
Aw.
to start people.
It's
It's
fine.
got great charity shops there.
No, I'm from Stafford in the North Midlands, but I've been in London. This is my 10th official year as a resident. So yeah.
Do you ever go back to Stafford as one of its celebrated sort of citizens?
Not so much, no. Although my dad, who still lives there, is constantly spreading the good word of cobblers. Bless him.
In the best house
Um,
ever. Her dad's house
we
is
stay at my dad's
incredible.
house. We're playing Birmingham on tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
We're playing Birmingham, so we're staying at my dad's house then, and
Oh,
it's basically a museum.
Really?
And that's not
What-
even a joke,
what-
really is. It's
What
amazing.
sort of stuff is there? Is it?
Mannequins
Just
in fancy
pictures,
dresses.
mannequins, old. He's an antiques dealer basically, so there's just old things everywhere.
Wow. Is
It's interesting.
Is that spooky for like a when the thunder and lightning are going? You've got all these.
What? Do you know, I don't even
mannequins.
notice anymore. I kind of forget that it's probably not normal, so then I bring these guys back and it's sort of like, what is this place? I think the last time we went there, Lee, our tour manager, the first thing he said was, Ethan, is it hard going out into the real world after this? And it's like, oh, yes, it is.
It is a little bit, yeah. Fantastic. So yes, the myth of Keston Cobblers. Am I right in thinking? I just want to put this out there. No one in this room, apart from myself, is a qualified cobbler. Yeah.
No.
No,
No,
cobblers.
sadly not.
So,
We
so
should do something about that,
yeah.
maybe.
tell us about the myth of Keston Cobbler.
You always tell it.
No, you can. I'll leave it to you today. I don't want
Or are you completely sick?
Well, I'll give you the nutshell version. There was a cobbler in the 1800s, and business was doing really badly. And he picked up the violin. He went to his local pub or town hall, I think it might have been the village hall, and started playing every Saturday night just for a bit of fun. And
cheer
the
himself
village
up.
folk came from far and wide, and they started joining in, and dancing started, and foot stomping started, and it became a massive party which spread across the whole village of Keston. And after a while, people started to wear out the soles of their shoes, and the cobbler had more trade from it, and that was the Cobblers Club that he started off.
That's beautiful.
That's actually a true story as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys are, continuing it today.
We brought it back.
But no one's been inspired to take up.
I wish-
Well, we did think on the merch stand we could have someone actually
Like
Shine
fix
shoes
for an hour,
before
shining
shoes.
shoes, fixing
Yeah.
them up a bit.
Absolutely, just sort of make it a theme or make
Yeah, one day
Embellish
hopefully.
it.
That is the dream.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we
Forget
want.
music. Forget music. You're raising money for a cobbler shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you you've you've sort of I still think of you as like a sort of homegrown raw because you're so sort of individual and you've got your own sort of sound that is quite rare to sort of mainstream music at the moment with the tuba and the ukulele and the blend and the enthusiasm. But obviously you've been on BBC Made a Veil, you've won BBC Music Six Music Rebel playlist. How do you see yourselves like and where you are now as to where you were in 2009? Do you
I
see
think
yourself as
we have come a really long way, and I'm really sort of proud and quite pleased with how our audience is incredible, and it's like I always say this, like you look into the crowd when you're playing, and it's so broad, anything from like kids to sort of older people, and I think like that's the beauty of it. People just
Very inclusive of
Yeah.
everyone, isn't it? It's not specifically for any.
yeah, we try not to make any of it like offensive or kind of too raucous, and I don't know, yeah. I can't remember what the original question was. How have we
How's it
changed?
changed? I think everything changed for me when the album came out. It was suddenly we had this massive kind of collection of works, and then we could kind of push off that. I think it definitely helps to have something that you can push. Before then it was all a bit kind of like you just do the circuit in London, and after that we suddenly started selling out shows, which was amazing for us, and we started being able to go on tours, and then as soon as you go on one tour, another tour comes and another, so you go for 3 years without any kind of touring, and then last year we had 4 tours, so including this one, so
yeah.
it's all just it's kind of just you just need something to trigger it, and it's just the last year's just been quite mental, really, isn't it? We've all gone full time and been able to really enjoy it properly.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, guys. Would you like to say anything to sort of the crowd coming tonight to Manchester? What they can expect, what they can look forward to as a final.
We have some new
final-
songs.
Yeah, some new songs.
We have 3 new songs
Fantastic.
from the new album. Well, potentially from the new album if they go down
If
well.
they go down well, yeah, we'll see.
And we love people's response. And just mainly like, please just come and say hello and stuff because we will be
come
around
to us
afterwards. And
we're always about.
we really like to sort of meet people, and the Deaf Institute's a gorgeous venue.
Yeah, it is good.
Really
it is good.
looking forward to
Well,
it.
I'm really looking forward to it, and best of luck for the rest of the tour. Thank you
Thanks
so
very
much for
much.
playing earlier today, and good luck for tonight. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.